What's up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Look, gotta drop a life lesson in this for y'all. Y'all see the title, y'all see the, the caption, the thumbnail, and all that. But I watched the fight last night. And I'm a big boxing fan, so I definitely wanted to make sure I caught this fight. Um, Being a third out of Wilder and Tyson Fury, and I want to lay out a principle for y'all because I'm hearing a lot of different things swirling around, different opinions, different views on the fight itself. People saying it was a great classic fight, legendary all-time fight, and other people are saying, well, Wilder, he's done, he's washed up, he should quit, it's over, and other people are giving Tyson Fury the credit for just being a better man that night as he was in the previous fight, and that's absolutely the case. The better man won the fight. I want to talk about some other principles. I want to talk about, first of all, the props I want to give to Wilder, even in a loss, because this is their third time fighting. Now, the first fight was declared a draw, even though a lot of people said that they think that Tyson Fury won that fight. The second fight was clearly Tyson Fury. It wasn't even close. And this fight, while Tyson Fury landed more punches and probably was ahead on the scorecards, um, he took a heck of a punch because he got caught with a couple of good shots that typically when Wilder hits people with those shots, they don't get up. Now, to speak on the fact that people saying, hey man, this man should quit and he's done and it's over for him, I totally disagree with that. Sometimes, man, you can display great character and have redemption even in the loss. I think Wilder showed great heart, great character, great strength the way he came back from the second fight. Because after the second fight was so lopsided in favor of Fury, a lot of people were predicting that this one would be the same. And in my opinion, had it not been for the lack of stamina and the lack of conditioning on Wilder's part, this could have been a different fight, or it could have went the distance and then been up in the air in terms of a decision. Wilder, in my opinion, simply just didn't have the stamina that Tyson Fury had. Tyson Fury, even after getting hit with some of those shots, and he just didn't seem tired at any point in that fight. And Wilder absolutely looked spent. Probably around the third round is when it kind of kicked in, from what I remember. And from that point on, he was on shaky ground in terms of his legs. And but he never quit, despite getting caught with some incredible shots. He stayed. He kept getting back up, and he didn't want to. He could have gave up a long time ago. Is what I'm trying to say. And again, some of the punches that Wilder caught Fury with, they would have ended the fight for anybody else. So the principle I'm laying out is just the respect for the fact that this time around he came in with a game plan that he tried to execute early, going to the body, and he didn't just say, you know what, this is gonna be a third payday. It doesn't really matter. He really fought for his legacy, and he really fought to try to win this fight. Winning this fight was something that was really on his mind. Now, did he do it? Nah, he didn't. He lost the fight. He got knocked out. But to anybody who's dealing with situations in life, man, you hear the saying all the time. It's not about how you. It's not about losing. It's how you bounce back from a loss. And the showing that he gave, even in a beating like that, the showing that he gave of heart and character in a lot of people's eyes, including my own, it elevated the respect level for him. Um, because people were saying, "Oh man, it's gonna be the same thing." And then when he got knocked down in the third, it's like, you know. But this man had it in his heart to win. He just, in my opinion, he just was not in condition. That was the real difference to me. You know, I do think that Tyson Fury is the more skilled fighter in terms of boxing skill. But had this been able to go the distance with Wilder having a little more gas in the tank, then who knows? I enjoyed it just as a fight fan, um, but I do feel as though he redeemed himself in terms of the public opinion and in terms of showing the world what he was made of. And that's what we got to always focus on, man. You're not going to always win. Just the reality, anything you do, you're not going to always win, but it's a saying when you talk about sports, but you can relate it to life as well. You got to leave it all out there. Leave it on the floor. Leave it on the field. You got to leave it all out there, man. Because one thing that you never want to do, you never want to walk away from a situation, whether it be a competitive situation, whether it be a life situation. You never want to walk away from a situation having it in your heart and having it in your mind that you could have went harder and you could have did better. That haunts you. It'll haunt you. You got to look at yourself in the mirror. You got to go to bed with yourself every night. You got to wake up every day knowing that you didn't give the effort that you could have given, win or lose. And when you feel that way, it's going to always be a void in you because you're going to feel like you sold yourself short. You're going to feel like you let the people down, not because you lost, you let them down because you punked out. You didn't get an effort. But when you do leave it out there, when you do get it that 1,000%, man, and if by chance you still come up short, then you sleep good, man. You're gonna sleep good, and people notice it. People recognize it. People see the heart that you displayed, and nobody's mad at you. Nobody's looking at you in disappointment because they recognize the fact that everything that this person could have done to win outside of winning itself, he or she did it. And in that case, even in the loss, you've actually won in a sense, and your respect level goes up. People don't want to see somebody just give up. People don't want to see somebody just go out weak, you know. So take that with you, man. Watch that fight and understand the little nuggets of wisdom in that and the principles that existed in that, even in that man taking that L like he took. And congratulations to Tyson Fury for getting up from some of them shots that he took. Because again, he took some shots. And for people that's saying that Wilder should retire and he's done and all that, he's only lost to one man. How can you say a man who's never lost to anybody up until he faced this one person and say he's done? There's still a lot of good fights out there for him to fight, a lot of money for him to make. He's only lost to one person. And who knows, they might fight again. All right, man, this your big brother K-Rino. I hope y'all get something out of this. Leave your comments below and subscribe to the channel. Peace and blessings. All right.